Nutcracker podcast.
Hello, beautiful people. We're again here at the Global Nutcracker podcast with native teams. This time with a very nice guest here, Sebastian Knorr, if I pronounce it right.
It's absolutely correct.
Fantastic. He's the CEO of Nordic AI, an AI company, and he's going to tell us a lot about his company and about scaling globally in general. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for coming.
Can you please describe what your company does?
So you're mentioning Nordic AI, and Nordic AI became a firm since we started our first subsidiary. So Nordic AI is a tech hub where we focus specifically on artificial intelligence. So I gathered this knowledge in order to develop artificial intelligence to help humans with mental health issues.
Well, that's not only very smart, but that's also very noble because right now, especially the mental health issues are becoming more and more growing, and definitely people need something to help them navigate through that difficult process. Would you say? Fantastic. And where's the team located? How many people you are?
Where the core team is located in Norway, and it's some 7 people, and then totally it's like 30 people. And we have people in Chile, Mexico, India, Africa, Britain, and Eastern Europe.
So I would say that you're very global in the way that you have approached your business, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. So what can you tell me from your experience? What have been the challenges on actually scaling globally? Because you're almost in every continent, so you must have some learnings.
I have network in all the continents, and the challenge has been showing up daily, networking, meeting people, taking the chance to ask for referrals to get to the next step. And then obviously the culture difference, where you have to be very adaptive to whom you're talking to and what's their culture and how would they perceive you if you just enter with your culture without any adaptation.
That's very interesting. And culture is definitely the key factor when it comes to scaling. I want to understand what were, let's say, the bottlenecks that you saw from a culture perspective when you were trying to expand, if you saw any. But I know for a fact that sometimes there are certain clashes of cultures within the organization that need a little bit of fending, as to say.
In the Nordics, at least Norway, we tend to be very direct, and I prefer to cut straight to the chase. Where as Poland, they're more want to do some warm up. They want to chit chat a little, and also time management. In Norway, we're very strict. If you're not on time, you're not on time, and you're disrespecting me for not being on time. Whereas in other countries, will be like more fluid, like where you're almost expected to be 10 minutes late. And if you're early, in fact, that's an insult.
Yeah, actually, so you have the German time and then the Italian time, and then it depends on when you're, and then you have the Balkan time, which is you might not ever even arrive.
Yes.
As a fantastic. Yeah, actually, it makes a lot of sense. So I'm learning about the difficulties, and it's great. Now I want to understand, because you're a successful case on a company that has managed to a certain point to solve them. What are the tricks that you have used to get through all of these difficulties?
Don't take yourself too serious and relax more as you're meeting people in business. What I've learned is business happens after human relationship. So if you first focus on the human individual that you have in front of you and you try to actually listen and learn, that's basically the answer.
I think that here you gave me like a quote, a clip quote, because definitely that is true. And I always try to discuss this with our sales teams, with our marketing teams. That's why events are so successful, because in events you have an opportunity to connect with people, and after business just flows. And
Yes.
even when relationships, individual and human relationships, are good, sometimes they even make up for bad business by
Yep.
enabling the bad business to kind of go through a little bit earlier until it actually improves, so you don't churn, you don't lose the customer right away. Fantastic. What are your plans for 2026? Where are you looking to expand?
2026, I'm looking to expand my developer team. So we're currently raising funds, and on the roadmap is sort of a pretty drastic
Mhm.
scaling in the development part, but also in the marketing division. So I'm looking to, we're going to be a part of our first festival next year. So it'll be a music festival. It's a test for a concept where the concept is very much around physical health, mental health, and then have their first festival in Norway, and then scale this to Europe, and then try to make sort of think live aid, but for mental health.
That sounds super interesting and fantastic. To all of the VCs listening to this one, definitely Nordic AI is like a startup that you would want to invest big money, the big bucks over there. And if you were to give some advices to the new founders regarding scaling globally and these bottlenecks, what would that be?
Show up, keep showing up, live in the moment. Don't plan too far ahead or plan ahead, but forget the plan and live in the moment and create flow in every moment that you exist in. The
Fantastic.
intersection between the future and the past is the present moment. And the present moment is where you changed both your future and your past at the same time.
Fantastic. You gave me another clip. You gave me another quote clip for the YouTubes. Thank you very much about this one. Now we'll go through what we call a rapid fire session
Yep.
where we are going to ask you a few questions and we are going to answer them straight away, no bullshit allowed. Basically, in 3 words, what is the key to scaling successfully? 3 words.
Resilience, discipline, and persistence.
Fantastic. I align with those 100%. What is the weirdest compliance rule you've seen or heard or whatever?
Weirdest compliance. I try to keep away from compliance. I have my CEO to do that.
Okay, fantastic. Somebody else is handling the
Yes.
company, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yes.
Well, we can also handle it so even the CEO doesn't have to worry about that one as well, but that's a different topic. Now, if time and money wasn't an issue, like today you have all of the time and money in the world, where would be your next expansion destination? Which region would you target big time?
The planet.
The planet itself.
I'm looking forward to getting multi-planetary markets when Elon Musk gets us to Mars.
Fantastic. That's some very avant-garde thinking that you have. Man, you gave me a lot of gold on this one. Thank you very much for being part of the Global Nutcracker podcast at Native Teams, and very much looking forward to see the growth into the interplanetary ecosystem. Thank you very much, bro. Have a nice one.
Thank you.
Go global, not nuts.